Hi, welcome to the 26th game night in Dylan Crew Game Night. Oh, there goes Julia.
No!
Oh, here comes Julia.
I had to let Helen back in.
Welcome to the 26th game show in Dylan Crew Game Night history. I am joined by Aubrey.
Dylan, I've been wondering for so long, what is the hardest part of producing game shows?
We'll get to that. Brendan.
I'm currently the Tower of Babel right now. It's so awesome.
Tower of Babel maxing. Jen. The
We're
Taco
not
Bell.
sponsored by Taco Bell.
Dylan
Julia.
Crew, you are in fact nope, wrong way.
Julia.
That's me. You're still pointing at Jen.
Oh, it's mirrored for everyone else.
Oh, good.
Kyle.
Fun fact about me is that I've committed a felony before.
Before I get to Marissa, what?
Yeah, I have actually.
Which felony, if you don't mind informing?
A false fire alarm at a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, you told me the story.
Kyle, come on,
Oh.
Kyle.
brother.
Kyle.
That's a
That's
war
better get
crime. And Marissa.
Hi. I'm here. I'm new. I'm improved. I'm fully graduated.
Woo! Alright, now I have an important question for all of you. Raise your hand if you have an answer. What is the hardest part of producing a game show? Brendan.
Unruly contestants.
I forgot about that. What's the second hardest part of producing a game show? Aubrey.
Warding away the evil thoughts that live in your brain.
Close. Kyle.
Editing the slides.
That's actually pretty easy. Jen.
Scheduling.
I include that with the contestants. Oh wait, Brendan, just to make sure, what did you say about contestants?
Unruly.
I
I have
missed
no
the-
idea if anyone heard that.
Nope.
We kind of got an and that was that.
They are unruly.
Unruly. Yeah, that is a hard part. But Marissa, do you have an idea?
I would have to say coming up with a concept for a game show.
That's exactly right. Writing the questions. 2 points to you.
Yay.
So, writing the questions is probably the hardest part of a game show because you need a lot of questions. And that's why I'm not going to be doing that today. Welcome to FIXATIONS, the game show. Who wants to know how FIXATIONS, the game show works? Hooray! Everyone wants to know. So, in FIXATIONS, the game show, you guys will be given about 5 to 7 minutes, however much I feel, to write 3 trivia questions that I must answer. You will be given points based on creativity, my enjoyment of the question, and how successfully I can answer it. Now, I'm going to dive into how the points are divvied up right now. I'm going to make this big. So, if I like your question, 2 points. If I get your question wrong, 4 points. If I get your question wrong and it is a multiple choice question, 6 points. If I get your question wrong and it's true or false, 8. So if you add options to your question to make it easier for me, you get more points as a result. Now, here's how the hyperfixations come in. If I get a question wrong about Survivor, the points you would get is multiplied by 1.5. If I get a question wrong about AEW, it's multiplied by 2. And if it's about Blood on the Clock Tower, it's multiplied by 3. Now, you don't have to make your question about one of those 3 things. However, if you do and I get it wrong, it's worth a lot more. Does anyone have any questions so far before I get to gaslighting?
Not yet, Dylan. We haven't written them yet.
Nice one. Alright, so gaslighting is a very important part of this game that I made up about 20 minutes ago. So, if I get your question right, you can attempt to gaslight me into thinking I'm wrong. If you successfully gaslight me, plus 3 points. If I call you out for gaslighting me, minus 5. in the event that you didn't gaslight me, and I thought you did, I'll give you an additional 3 points on top of that. Does that make sense? Alright, so with that, I am going to give you all about 7 minutes to come up with 3 questions. Good luck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up, pencils down. How's everyone feeling? Do I have any comments? Alright, everyone's feeling good? Alright, so the 4 of you who get the highest score in this round will advance to the next round. Sound good? I'm going to go in alphabetical order. So, Aubrey, what is your first question for me?
All right, Dylan, I've got 3 questions for you this fine evening.
All right, would you like to just give me one? Because I'm going to go one at a time.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Dylan, let's say you're hungry, and you do what any red-blooded American would do, and you decide to order takeout from the Cracker Barrel. So, please see the provided visual aid. That is the Cracker Barrel logo for you, Dylan.
Thank you. I didn't know how much I needed. It's so small.
Trust me, Dylan, you're gonna need it.
Okay.
So you're on the Cracker Barrel website, and you discover, to your bafflement and awe, so many delicious items on the Cracker Barrel website. So Dylan, my question for you is, which of the following items is not a real Cracker Barrel menu item? Is it A, buttermilk biscuits tossed in cinnamon and served with butter pecan sauce? Is it B, lightly breaded golden fried dill pickles? Is it C, and I swear this is all the website says for it, fresh sliced vegetables? Or is it D, watermelon lemonade, but only half a gallon?
Is the title of that one Watermelon Lemonade, but only half a gallon?
It's watermelon lemonade, parentheses, half gallon.
Ah, okay, got you. Oh, no.
And I can repeat those if you need it.
All right, so it's the biscuits, the vegetables, the lemonade.
The pickles, fried pickles.
Okay, the pickles, I believe 100% the pickles are real. Due to how it's Cracker Barrel, I'm going to say the vegetables aren't real.
You're correct.
Woo! I will give you 2 points, though, for the high creativity on that one.
Thank you, Dylan.
Legit, I was like, there's no way they serve something healthy.
I should have talked about the Coca-Cola cake. That would have been way better. I did not have enough time to do this, Dylan. You did not give me enough time.
Okay. So, a little bit of a roller coaster enthusiast, if I do say so myself. So, I know a lot about roller coasters, and I've been on a lot. So, there are a few different categories of roller coasters. Like, there are flat rides, like your merry-go-rounds and stuff. Then there are the actual roller coasters, which can vary from like launches to chain lifts, all that. Even the heights are classified via hyper, giga, and strata coasters. Now, my question for you, Dylan, is how many strata coasters have been built in the world? Your choices are 0, 2, 5, or Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I like it that he didn't make up a 4th number. Alright, let me think. So it's huge, giga, and strata coaster. Those are the classifications?
Hyper, giga, and strata coaster.
Hyper, giga, and strata coaster. And those are based on height.
Yes.
Okay. I think the King the Ka in New Jersey's Six Flags is the tallest roller coaster in the world. And I don't know if I look at that and be like, that's a strata coaster. I feel like that's a giga coaster. So I'm going to go with 0.
You are wrong. There have been 2 strata coasters built in the world. Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point and King the Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. Sorry.
All right, that's totally chill. So that means you get. I like the question. So that means you get 8 points on that one. Great job. All right, Jen.
All right. Dylan, your favorite sandwich. It's gotta be the chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. When was the chicken sandwich invented and by who? You have options, don't worry.
Okay.
In reference to that one No Rose Born episode, 6001 BC,
6001 BC.
1964 by Kathy, 1960, 1965, some guy at Burger King, or 1957 by some other guy named Kathy.
Who the fuck is Kathy? All right, let me think. Was Kathy the first person to put chicken between bread? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Because it's not 6001 BC. That's the John Claude Van Damme of this question. I'm gonna go with C. The Burger King one.
Incorrect. Let me just go back a bit. Hold on. The first was 1964 by Truett Cathy.
Ah, Kathy was a last name? Damn. Alright, 8 points to Jen. Good job, Jen. Alright, Julia.
Dylan Prue,
Julia Chicolo.
can you name me what season of Survivor was named Fiji?
14.
Fuck. Well, yeah. Okay. That was fast, dang.
Yeah.
I thought you'd get confused and say which. Oh, well, one of them. There were a lot of them in Fiji, but which one was named Fiji?
There have been 12 seasons in Fiji.
I thought I was gonna. Stump
Season
you. Wow, I
14
didn't even...
and then season 34 to now.
Oh.
My bad.
Dylan Prue is just too smart.
I do like the question, so 2 points to you. Alright, Kyle. What'd you come up with?
Amazingly, in doing research for wrestling and Survivor and Clock Tower, I got 0 questions down, so I'm just gonna give up.
You want to just make up a question?
No,
Alright,
I can't on the spot. I'm sorry.
it's okay. 0 points to Kyle. We lost Marissa.
Sorry, my mom just didn't want to be on camera.
It's okay. Marissa, while you were gone, you were guaranteed 5th place at least. I think.
All right. Okay.
So, Marissa, what is your question?
All right. So, Dylan, before we start, I just want to ask you, what game do you usually think of me when you, what game do you usually associate with me?
Like in general, like in game night or board games?
Just in general.
I guess Stardew Valley, if that counts.
That's close. I was thinking more on the lanes of anime games by any chance.
Anime Genshin Impact? Oh no.
Yep. So, for context, there is an exclusive item that you can get specifically at a specific event in the Genshin Impact world called the Super Magnificent Pizza. I just want, for my question, I want you to guess what ingredient is not on the recipe. Raw meat, kale, ham, or cheese.
Raw meat, kale, ham, or cheese. I love that I figured out it was Genshin Impact. My natural instinct was, God damn it. Alright, of those... No, I feel like there's no cheese. There's no cows in Genshin Impact.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was kale.
Are you gaslighting me?
I am actually not.
Ah.
The correct recipe is 2 pieces of raw meat, 2 pieces of ham, 2 pieces of flour, and 2 pieces of cheese. It is on the Genshin Impact Wikipedia if you just want to look it up.
I believe you. Honestly, the way you said it, I was like, I feel like she's like, damn. All right, so 6 points for a 6 points for correct multiple choice, 3 points for an incorrect me calling out gaslighting, and I hate Genshin Impact, so you get 9 points on that one.
Yeah. Wait, does that make me first place?
Plus, with your 2 additional points from the joke at the beginning, you are in first place with 11 after the first questions. You have 11, Brendan and Jen have 8, Julia and Aubrey have 2. Kyle, if you want to make something up in the meantime, you can, but no pressure. Aubrey, to your second question.
Riddle me this one, Dylan. Gumshoe is a 1985 video game developed by Nintendo and HAL Laboratories. In this game, you play as Mr. Stevenson, an ex-FBI agent turned detective. He receives a ransom note from a mafia boss who has kidnapped Stevenson's daughter, Jennifer. Stevenson must collect 5 diamonds within 24 hours in order to see his daughter again. This game features some unusual controls, Dylan. So my question for you is, how do you make Mr. Stevenson, your player character, jump? Do you, A, Mr. Stevenson jump when you shoot him with the NES Zapper gun? B, Mr. Stevenson jumps when you yell jump into a microphone peripheral? C, Mr. Stevenson jumps when you jump on a dancing pad like in Dance Dance Revolution? Or D, what the fuck, Aubrey? This game doesn't exist. You're making this up.
Oh no. Alright, so only
I can
2
repeat
of
the question if you need me to.
Due to how it's 1985, I'm going to rule out the DDR pad and the microphone. Just 'cause I don't know if that technology was as prevalent yet with the NES. So you're looking at the zapper gun, or you're making this the fuck up. What's the game called again?
Gumshoe.
Oh no. Alright. Gums. I personally never heard of it. I lost my train of thought. So it's either the zapper or it's not real. Because if it's one of the other two, I don't even know. I'm gonna go with the zapper. I think it's a real game.
Dylan, it's the dance pad.
What?
Think about it, Dylan. They were in arcades before, right? You plug them in,
Oh,
and it works.
I didn't even think of it being like a stand-up arcade game. Oh, like legit. I was imagining like you had a dance pad in your house. That makes a lot more sense. All right, I'm gonna give that to you. So I like that question. Plus, all right, so that's 8 points for Aubrey on that one.
It's 3 points for a successful gaslighting, actually.
Was it not? Wait, it was the zapper.
It's the gun. It's the gun. Yeah.
Fuck! I just got gaslit. Good job, Aubrey.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, if you had said you made it up, I would have probably doubled down on my right answer. So good job.
But also, the NES had dance pads.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if it had a microphone peripheral. I think it did. Let me check that.
All right. While you're checking that out, I'm going to go to Brendan. What's your question?
So, I'm a really big fan of anime, but there's one anime that I like above all others, and that is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yep.
It's a really weird series,
Mhm.
but there's a lot of music references hidden within. Usually they're character names or something, but normally they are stand names, which are the manifestation of a spirit and are also why Prince hates Hirohiko Araki. Now here's your question, Dylan. Of the following, Which one of these is a real stand in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I will not know
Is
this
it
one.
is it A, High Voltage, B, Urban Gorilla, C, Man on the Moon, or D, Paper Moon King?
So I'm aware that the stands are typically named after songs or in reference to songs. Alright, so due to how I only know one of those songs, which is Man on the Moon, I think you know that I know it because like I mutter songs to myself all the time, so you put that in there as the wrong answer, knowing that I knew music. So I'm gonna go with Man on the Moon.
Well, Dylan, not only are you wrong, you picked the only one that has not appeared in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
What?
High Voltage is the name of the last arc of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run, with the appearance of Diego Brando.
Was I naming the real one or the fake one?
Oh, Man on the Moon was fake. The real one is Paper Moon King. That is the only real stand.
Oh, I was naming the real stand?
Yeah.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. I messed that one up. I should have clarified.
I will say, Urban Gorilla is a character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, JoJolian. And Paper Moon King is the stand of a character in JoJolian. Man on the Moon is not referenced once in JoJo. I'm sorry.
That's alright. Dude, I'll give you 8 points on that one. You get the 8 points.
Yeah.
Alright, so that puts you at 16. We're moving on to Jen.
Alright, I'm trying for a multiplier here.
Ooh.
How many AEW wrestlers have college degrees?
Just in general.
I'll give you options. OC and Brit DMD. 3, 7, 10.
Okay, so I know Luchasaurus has a master's degree. So that rules out A. Now the question is, do 4 other wrestlers in AEW have a college degree, at least? Are we just looking for college degrees? Okay, so OC has architecture, Brit's a dentist. Luchasaurus has a master's degree in 12th century medieval literature, which is the funniest fact ever. There's gotta be at least 2 other really smart people. But are there 7 more? Are there 7 other people on the AEW roster? Did MJF go to college? That's the real question. I'm gonna go with 7.
Incorrect. It's
Is it-
10.
It's 10? Do you have the list of who has them, or?
Yeah, let me just pull it up.
Alright, so that would be, I like your question, 4 points. And it was an AEW question, so Jen, that is 12 points for you on that one.
Are you ready to hear the top 10?
Oh, no.
Adam Page,
Oh, right, he was literally a history teacher beforehand.
Britt Baker,
Dentist.
Chris Jericho,
No, that makes sense, he's old.
Leva Bates,
Oh, yeah.
Matt Siddle,
Oh, yeah, Matt said, oh, that checks out.
Serena Deeb,
Oh, yeah, her gimmick's literally the professor.
Brian Pillman Jr.,
Oh, good for him.
Thunder Rosa,
That checks out.
Austin Gunn,
Oh.
Orange Cassidy.
Oh, that was 10.
Yeah.
I like how you gave me the 2 I would know as an option. Wait, was Luchasaurus not on there?
And not on that list, so
Oh, so there's at least 10, though.
yeah.
Okay.
I like how for Jericho, you're just like, like no other like.
I don't know what it would be in,
Jericho.
but like he's over 50.
Yeah, Jade Cargill also has one, I found out.
Oh, nice. So it's at least 10.
Yeah.
So at least I got it like super wrong. All right, so that's 12 points for you, Jen.
Ooh.
Julia.
Dylan Prue.
Yo, what up?
True or false? Less than 100 people have competed twice or more in a season of Survivor.
Less than 100. Ooh, okay. So there's things to consider. All right, I can see how many I can try to figure out off the top of my head. So there's 18 on All Stars. There were 2 on Guatemala, so that's 20. I believe Micronesia had 10 returners who had never played it more than once, so that's 30. I'm going to skip over heroes versus villains for now because there's a mixed bag of multi-time players. I'm going to skip over those. Karamoan had another 10. Second Chances at 20, so that puts me up to 60. It's going to be really close to the number, I know it.
People are only counted once, by the way.
Yeah,
Like if they were
so
in it 3 times.
if they played 3, yeah, that makes sense. So
Okay.
I'm at least 60. And then the other seasons that are possibilities are Game Changers, Winners at War, Heroes versus Villains. Those are the 3 I have to consider. And I have to consider if there's 40 unique people who haven't been listed yet across those seasons. Because, let me think. All right, let me go through the Heroes versus Villains cast. So,
Good lord.
Sugar. There's Sugar, Randy. I'm thinking of people who are playing on their second time. So, Sugar, Randy. Sari played already. Tom. James played already. Tyson was on his next. Oh, Blood versus Water. I forgot about that season. I'm going to say True.
True, there are less than 100 people.
Oh, wait, no. False then. False, false. I think there's more. I think there's more than 100, so I'm going to say false.
Okay, you are not correct, Dylan Prue. It is 99.
No!
That's why I picked the number.
That is that is very devilish. There's going to be 100 after season 40, after the next season, because they're bringing back the guy who got injured. So that's something cool.
Also, Dylan Prue, I've gaslit you. It's 103.
All right. So it was a. I didn't technically get it wrong. Oh, I didn't technically get Aubrey's wrong. So actually, that should be 5 points on that one. And then Julia, I didn't get yours wrong technically, but I liked your question. It was about Survivor, so it's 3. So you got 6 points on that one. I knew it was really close to the number. Like, you could see me going through the math. All right, so Kyle, I'm assuming you still don't have a question.
I do. I might lose anyways. Should I head off after I say it?
You can stay as long as you want. I don't mind.
All right, I'll just stay until the round ends, I guess.
All right.
So I got an AEW question.
Okay.
So there's a match on June 10th, 2022. It's very specific. Who was in this match? Was it A, Dax Harwood, B, Randy Orton, C, Trent Beretta, or D, Gideon Daly?
All right, so on June 10th of 2022, 2 of those guys did not work for AEW, so it's either Trent or Dax. So it's just who had a match on June 10th. All right, what was going on around that time? That was when Dax held all the belts. So I'm going to go with Dax Harwood. Yeah, I'll give you 2 points anyway. Is he just gone? All right, so Kyle finishes this game with 2 points. Aubrey, did you have any research before? Oh, hey, welcome back.
Did just rage quit. I'll see you guys later.
All right, have a good one. All right.
Hey, Dylan.
Yeah, you had your research. I was gonna do that when Kyle's turn was up.
Are you ready, Dylan?
Yes.
This question is not multiple choice. All right. I'm going to say it.
Oh, wait, my bad. If you're doing a question, I need to do Marissa. I thought you were doing. I remember you saying you were going to research something.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh.
There was a microphone built into the original NES controller.
Oh, the more you know.
So you know.
Nice. All right, Marissa.
I was just like, hello? All right. But yeah. To start off my question, we have a good few chunk of Sonic fans in the game show right about now. I wanted to kind of diverge a little bit from the Sonic franchise. Am I going diverging from the Sonic franchise? I'm not looking at the game. I'm not even looking at at either the animated or the live action movies. I am going towards the Archie comics. So, in the Archie comics, what is the name of Miles Prower, also known as Tails? What is his father's name? I'm gonna give you options. Is it either A, Amadeus, B, Jules, C, Theodore, or D, Harvey?
I feel like this came up at some point. I just don't know when. When did this have possibly come up? Because Amadeus sounds familiar, but I think it's a different character. And that would leave the other... What are the other three options?
Jules, Theodore, or Harvey?
Jules, Theodore, or Harvey? Jules Prower... Oh wait, Jules is a unit of measurement. I'm gonna go with Jules.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is A, Amadeus. But actually, now that you mentioned Jules, Jules is actually the name of Sonic's father.
I feel like you're doubling... Aubrey's nodding.
Dylan, I'm just providing background on Beyond. Why I've got the plushes here.
Jules... I'll believe you. I don't think you're gaslighting me.
Yeah.
I wasn't? You weren't?
No, I wasn't gaslighting you.
Alright, so in that case, I like your question. I'll give you 8 points.
Yay.
Alright, so after everyone has had 2 questions, here are the scores. Aubrey, 7 points. Good job gaslighting. Brendan, 16 points. Jen, 20. Julia, 8. Kyle and Marissa has 19 points. And honestly, I don't feel like eliminating anyone, because eliminating one person is a little awkward. So you all can go to round 2. Alright.
Wait, do we not get 3 questions?
Oh, no, I just want to tell you all that now. So, Aubrey, your third question.
All right. And I'm not particularly here to win. I'm here to have fun.
Yeah.
Dylan, this is not a multiple choice question. You got to give me the answer straight on.
All right.
This is the most difficult question I think I've given you yet. Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. I'm going to say it slowly. I think this is the sort of question that needs to be said slowly. So just tell me when you're ready for me to continue.
Okay.
Okay? Dylan, you are the bus driver. There is currently no one on your bus. 5 people get on. Then at the next stop, 5 more people get on, and 3 people get off.
Yep.
Then, when you're not looking, someone on the bus goes into cardiac arrest and dies, evaporating instantly. At the next stop, 100 people get off. Half the people get off at the next stop because they pulled into the Cracker Barrel and people wanted to try the buttermilk biscuits tossed in cinnamon and served with butter pecan sauce.
That does sound good. Yep.
Then someone on the bus gives birth. Hallelujah. 14 people get off at the next stop. Then 10 people get on at the next stop.
Okay.
Then you pull into the final station where exactly 80% of the people get off at the final stop. My question for you, Dylan, what is my middle name?
Hazel.
What?
Yeah. Also, the number I think would have been 11.
Yes, that's correct.
You're welcome, Aubrey. I knew your middle name.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you 2 points, though.
Would have been way harder if I asked for my dad's middle name.
Oh, I wouldn't have known that. Respectfully.
I don't care.
B-Dan.
Dylan, hey Dylan, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hollywood, right?
Yep.
They're on a writer's strike, so a lot of original ideas are not being made. But this has been a trend for the past few years, where mainly book adaptations have been made. Now, my question for you, Dylan, out of the films that I'm about to list, which one of these is not based on a book? Fight Club, The Menu, 10 Things I Hate About You, and A Man Called Otto.
All right,
Which
so
of these is not based on a book?
I read A Man Called Otto because the actual book is called A Man Called Ove, which is a Swedish name, but they changed it to Otto for the American version of the movie. Fight Club is a book, so that leaves The Menu and 10 Things I Hate About You. I think 10 Things I Hate About You is a book, so I'm going to go with The Menu.
Shit, you're right. Okay, not gonna lie, A Man Called Otto was made to throw you off.
I read the book.
Damn.
It is one of the few books that I've read from start to finish.
The Menu's not based on a book.
Also, I've only seen the Swedish version of the movie. I haven't seen the one starring Tom Hanks.
Oh, it's awful. It's really bad.
It is? Good thing I haven't. Because the Swedish version of the movie, when I watched it, it was like the guy looked exactly how I pictured him being in the book. Whereas Tom Hanks is not that guy.
Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks.
Yeah, like the guy who played Grandpa Joe in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that guy is Otto. For those who don't know, that book, an old man just wants to kill himself the whole time. It's the best.
But yes, you got it correct. The Menu is not based on a book.
Fantastic. I do like the question. I'll give you 2 points to put you at 18 points. All right, Jen.
All right, Survivor question.
Okay.
What's the real name of the second person who was ever eliminated off Survivor?
The real name?
Yeah.
Well, for reference, I know his nickname is BB. So what the fuck does the B stand for? What does the B stand for? My mind is telling me I'm feeling Barry. Is it Barry?
No.
What is it?
Bill Brian B.B. Anderson.
I've definitely read that Wikipedia page. That's true. All right, so that is 6. That is 9 points for Jen on that one. Bring her up to 29 points. Good job, Jen. All right, up next is Julia. Also, did we lose Aubrey or just her camera? Because I don't have any. I don't have non-video participants showing.
I
Okay,
can't see her screen anywhere.
All right, she might just be at the bathroom.
Real.
Julia.
Dylan Prue.
Yo, what up?
In the official script of Blow on the Clock Tower, the first one, Sex and Violence and Batman Rising, how many roles are specifically gendered?
Gendered?
Gendered.
All right.
4, 7, 9, 10.
I'm going to write those numbers down. So 4. This one's fun. Okay, so I'm going to go through some roles. So the Washerwoman, the Scarlet Woman, the Flower Girl, the Grandmother. Those are 4 right there. Those are the first 4 popping. The Godfather. I don't think any of the demons are gendered. Pretty sure. I'm at 5, so it's not A. Assassin. Moonchild, no. Shoot, now I'm trying to remember every role possible. Clockmaker,
Not count. Travelers don't count. I did not look at
Travelers don't count. All right, that is perfect. I also forgot about Travelers.
Base.
The more I can forget about Travelers, the better. I'm at 5. Now, the question is, how many am I forgetting? Because I've run a lot of Clock Tower.
That's true.
My guess is I'm probably missing 2, so I'm going to go with 7.
7. Okay. That is not correct.
It's not? What is it?
Let me check really quick that I'm correct. I have a list here. Okay, so they are washerwoman, seamstress, flower girl, scarlet woman, godfather, grandmother, tea lady, witch, and I included sweetheart. So if you didn't count sweetheart, it would have been 8, but I count sweetheart.
Are witches specifically female? I didn't know that.
I think
Okay.
they are.
All right, so I will. I think the sweetheart could be gender neutral. However, you still
That's
if the
fair.
option were 7 or 8, I would have probably still gone with 7. So I will give that to you.
Okay.
So that is 24 points. An incorrect multiple choice answer for me. Dang. So that puts you at 32 for the round. And Marissa, the last question of the round for you.
All right. And boy, I do have a question for you.
Mhm.
But the thing in a multiple choice question, like I've had for the past few questions, this is actually going to be a true or false question.
All right.
So just for context, we know about Overwatch, do we? We all kind of know how the structure of the multiplayer online role playing experiences. My question is true or false? The earliest ever MMORPG to ever exist was a published title called Neverwinter Nights, a game developed by Stormfront Studios on, out of all publishers, AOL, aka the email service.
Something tells me you picked the second one off of Wikipedia, so I'm going to say false.
God damn it. Yeah, it is false.
Was it actually the second one off of Wikipedia?
No, technically speak. Oh, wait. Yep, it was off of Wikipedia. The first ever RPG is a title called Habitat, which is by LucasArts.
Ah. Nice. All right, so that I do like that question, so I'll give you 2 points for that. So that brings your total to 9, 17, 21 points at the end of the round. So, at the end of round 1, here are the scores. Kyle has 2 and has died. Aubrey, 9 points. Brendan, 18 points. Jen, 29 points. Marissa, 21. Julia, 32. So, here is how round 2 is going to work. I didn't make a graphic for it, but I did make it up. So, in round 2, you will be given about 4 minutes to come up with one singular question. If I get that question, actually, I'll clarify with this. Everyone will be answering it. Now, the question cannot have multiple choice or a true or false aspect to it. It must be a singular answer. But if I get it wrong, you get 3 points. If anyone else gets it right, you get 1 point. And if you get someone else's question right, you get 2 points. So your challenge is to come up with a question you think everyone but me knows. And actually, that sounds a lot harder now that I say it out loud, so I'm going to give you 6 minutes for one singular question. Does that sound good? Any questions? Brendan?
Dylan, I have a question.
All right, Aubrey, then Brendan.
Can we make a question that is so very impossible and just say that the person that gets it the closest is the winner?
Because
if so, I've got a great question for you.
You know what? Well, actually, I think I'm trying to imply that everyone can get it except for me. So, like, unless you're thinking of the world where 4 people can tie and then I get it wrong. Yeah, apologies for that. So I'm going to say have a definite answer for this question. Brendan.
So, do they have to be multiple choice or true or false, or
it has to be a singular answer.
Okay.
So there's no options.
All right, thank you.
Yep, 3 points if I get it wrong, 1 point if anyone else gets it right, and if you get someone else's question right, 2 points. Sound good? All right, your 6-minute timer starts now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It looks like I gave everyone way too much time. How are we all feeling? All right. Now, the 2 of you that make it through this question will go to the final round. Ooh. Reminders of the scores. Aubrey has 9, Brendan 18, Marissa 21, Jen 29, Julia 32. A hefty lead for Julia and Jen. So, Aubrey, what is your question?
All right, so everybody's going to be answering this, which means we're all going to be going to general. I've got a visual aid.
Okay.
All right, I needed to find one thing that Dylan knows like nothing about. And I think I got it. I actually think it's been staring us in the face this whole time. Dylan, you don't know much about Pokemon, do you?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. But I know at least 2 of you know about Pokemon, probably. All right, so here is the image that's going to correspond to this question. Once it loads. Wait, no, that's not the right question. That's not the right. Wait, nope, that's not it either. Wait, no, it's gotta be this one. Wait, shit, no. Okay. Here's the question. Here we go. Dylan, what's that Pokemon?
All right, I need everyone else to text me their answers, and once they're good, I will also reveal what mine is.
Didn't you text me with your answer first, that you can't cheat on some?
True, I could. However, I'm going to write mine down on a piece of paper.
That's good, Dylan. That's good.
All right, my answer's locked in. Cracker Barrel. All right, if you are guessing, please text me your answers, just for reference. I prefer to text my phone number. I've already written my answer. All right, no, Marissa, I'm just waiting on you. All right, so starting with me, and then we'll go in alphabetical order. My answer was Jeb. Brendan.
God, I wish.
Wait, you want me to say what I said?
Yeah.
I believe that Pokemon is named Luxio?
Luxio. Jen.
I said, not gonna lie, I have no idea.
All right. Julia.
I said Lux Ray. I don't think that was right. I tried.
And then Marissa.
I definitely didn't get this one right, but I put down Staryu. followed by parentheses. He's just a little guy, I guess.
All right, so Aubrey, I know you got at least 3 points, but tell me, who is that Pokemon?
That's Luxio, Dylan.
All right, so that means Aubrey gets 4 points for that one, and Brendan gets 2. All right, as Brendan, what is your question?
Okay. So, I'll know the musician Elvis Presley, correct? Very famous guy, was one of the pioneers of rock and roll, had one of the best broadcasts with Aloha from Worldwide in 1973, and then died on the shitter in 1977 after being so constipated, being on so many drugs, he had a heart attack. Now, my question for you is, where is the theme park Worlds of Fun located?
Can I?
Yes.
Do we have to guess like the state or like any specific city?
I'll take either. Honestly. If you get the city, that's more preferable, but if you get the state, that's fine too.
I've written down my answer. I'm just gonna check to see how many I got. All right, I'm waiting on a Julia. All right, everyone's locked in. All right, so I'll start. I said Minnesota, just because I feel like it's a weird state that I know has at least one theme park. Aubrey.
Okay.
I said Earth.
I don't think I can accept that, but okay.
Okay, do you want a state?
Sure.
I would assume mostly solid.
All right, Jen.
I said Tennessee.
Okay. Julia.
I said New Jersey.
Okay. And Marissa.
For some reason, I think because this was like not like that noticeable, I put Arkansas.
Okay. So I got 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. Worlds of Fun is located in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh. More you know.
It's a really bad theme park, not gonna lie. There's
Really?
like nothing good. No.
You picked the worst theme park in the world.
No, I
Not gonna
picked
lie,
the worst theme park
I-
in the Cedar Fair chain.
I'm not gonna lie, I got so upset when he started off with Kansas because it's just like, oh, I could have gotten away with just the A.
That was a good question, though, Brenda. I do like it. All right, Jen.
What's a dog species of the dog and Spy Family?
There's a dog. All right. All right, I've written my answer. All right, so everyone has an answer, I believe. Actually, I see Julia. Okay, so I've written down terrier. Like, I don't know, it's just a little guy. No, it's clearly not a terrier. All right, Aubrey.
I don't know. Like, I really don't know. So I'm going to say Shih Tzu so that I can swear on Dylan's show.
Nice. Brendan.
I have no idea. I've never seen Spy Family, so I'm gonna say Shiba Inu because I really like that dog.
Nice. Julia.
I have Googled this before. I believe it's a Pyrenees. Big,
Alright.
fluffy white mountain dog.
And Marissa.
I just put down the general mountain dog. Like I couldn't remember any specific breeds of mountain dog, so I just went with that.
All right, Jen, what is the answer?
The official answer is White Pyrenees Mountain Dog.
All right. So I'm gonna give that to both. I'll give that to
Big
both
boy.
Marissa and Julia. So Marissa and Julia both get 2 points on that one. And Jen, I believe, gets 5 points from that one. Unless a Shiba Inu is a mountain. I don't think that's a mountain dog. Nope. Okay. Julia, what is your question?
I was also thinking of something. You know what Dylan Prue probably doesn't know about too much? Biology. So, I have a biology question for you guys. There are 4 nucleotides used in making RNA. They are guanine, cytosine, adenine, and blank.
Can you repeat them again, Julia?
There are 4 nucleotides used in RNA: cytosine, guanine, adenine, and blank.
I know the first letter. Can you name the 3 again?
Cytosine, guanine, adenine. CGA.
I have an answer, but I know it's close. But I definitely didn't know this one. Good job. All right, so I'll start with mine. I know what letter it starts with. I know it starts with a T, and I wrote ketamine. It's like ketamine with a T. Aubrey.
That's where you're wrong, Dylan. This isn't DNA. This is RNA. So the answer is uranine. I can't believe I get to swear twice on getting shit.
Brendan.
Urine.
Okay, so I almost failed biology. So I had no idea, and I had the same line of thinking as Dylan, but I said taurine.
Jen.
I thought it started with the T too, so I went with thymine.
And Marissa.
Also thought it started with the T, so I went with pteramine.
All right, Julia. Was it uranine?
It's actually uracil.
Ooh.
So that might have been a little too difficult.
All right. I'm going to give 3 points on that one to Julia.
Mm-hmm. But Jen was the closest for the DNA one. It's thymine. You were just missing an H, but you pretty much had it.
Ah. All right. So
I guess only bio major here. I probably should not do that.
I'm realizing now how the points don't change too much in the overall standings. However, we're going to go through with it anyway. Marissa, what is your question?
Okay. So Dylan, you know how I graduated yesterday with a bachelor's in graphic design, right?
Yeah?
So let's say I am able to access I am able to go on Adobe InDesign and I want to use what is known as the gradient feather tool. What default command could I use to do that?
What's the tool again?
The gradient feather tool.
I was busy looking up uracil. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So what default command could I use if I were to go to Adobe InDesign and use the gradient feather tool?
All right, I've written down my answer. All right, so I dropped my pen on my computer and I wrote down Shift Y. I think Shift is like what you use for Adobe. I don't know. Aubrey.
I have no idea, so I'm going to say uramine.
All right, Brendan.
I hate Adobe products, so I'm gonna say Control G.
All right, Jen.
Design major? I don't know. I said G.
All right, Julia.
I also said Control G.
Marissa, is it Control G?
Unfortunately, Brendan and Julia, you were very close. However, according to the Adobe help page, the command that's both universal for both Mac and Windows products is Shift and G.
Ooh. I'm gonna see how much that would change the scores and see if I should give that to them or not.
3 of us said G. 4 of us said G.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to give them the points, I'm not gonna stop you.
All right, I'm just going through. So 20. Okay, due to how it won't change much, I'm gonna give Marissa 6 points and then Jen, Julia, and Brendan 2.
And nothing for uramine. I don't care.
All right, so let me just double check.
My favorite Adobe command, uramine.
All right, so Aubrey, you finished with 13 points. Brendan finishes with 25. Marissa with 29. Jen with 36 and Julia with 39, which means that you two are going to the final round. So, I did write one singular question for this. Now, as I mentioned before, my 3 hyperfixations are Survivor, Blood on the Clock Tower, and Wrestling. And your knowledge of those 3 might come into play for this question, but only one of you will be answering. And I'll explain that soon. So I'm going to tell you guys what the question is now. It's a math problem. So, the number of matches canonically that have officially been won by Orange Cassidy in AEW, plus the number of seasons of Survivor, plus number of roles in base 3 scripts in Blood on the Clock Tower. Not including Travelers. So, one of you will be answering this. And how this is going to work is you're going to alternate saying how close you think you can get to the actual answer until one of you lets the other person guess. Does that make sense?
Repeat that last part again.
So you guys are going to alternate saying how close you think you can get to the actual answer until one of you just lets the other one guess. So Julia, would you want to bid first or second because you are currently in first place?
I have a clarification question.
Yes.
Is this including like Australian Survivor or?
Just US Survivor, and
Cool.
I'm going to count the season that's currently airing. And this is as of May 22nd, 2023.
Okay. I will guess first. I believe I can get within 20.
You can get within 20. Jen.
Do I give a number or do I just
You give a number, or if you want Julia to answer. No, in the event, so if you want Julia to answer, if she's wrong, you win. Otherwise, Julia wins. Or you can say a number less than 20 that you think you can guess it within.
I could possibly guess it within 15.
15. All right, Julia. Do you think you can get within in less than 15, or do you want Jen to try?
I think I can get it in less than 12.
Less than 12. 12 or less. Back to Jen.
Within 11?
11. Back to Julia.
I don't think I can get it in a lower number.
All right.
I think I'm going to call it there.
So, Jen, if you can guess the total within 11, and that goes higher or lower, you win this game night. Otherwise, Julia wins. So, Jen, talk me through your thought process. What do you think the values of all three of these might be beforehand?
Right. So, we talked about Survivor. I think there's 44 seasons. And then you ran Fish Buckets, which is the base 3 script, all roles, which I think is 73. 74, give or take. And then I think Orange Cassidy has had to at least win maybe 40.
So, what do you think the total is?
I think I'm going to get it wrong, but 157?
157. So, if the number falls within the range of 146 to 168, Jen, you win. Otherwise, Julia wins. The total is 220, which means, Julia, you have won this game night.
Oh, I should have gone with my original answer.
Yay, but oh my gosh, how many matches has that man won?
Orange Cassidy has won 104 matches in AEW.
What?
For reference,
Holy crap.
he is on TV like every single week.
I almost went with like 217 and then went back because I read he won and I thought he only appeared 100 times.
Oh.
No, he's won 100 times plus some others. Actually, I'll double check with it. His overall career in AEW is 104 wins, 29 losses, and 2 draws. I don't know who he tied with, but
that's insane.
Wow.
Yeah, so, Julia, you have won this game night. Julia, were you anywhere close to that number, you think?
No. I would have guessed like 150.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy.
Like, if I was being generous, I was probably lower than that.
Yeah, 104. Oh, it doesn't really show up well, but.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, in total, he's had like 135 matches for AEW. Not counting the unsanctioned match, which I guess. It's weird. The lore is weird. Alright, so Julia, you have won this game show by gaslighting, gatekeeping, and, most importantly of all, girl bossing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Alright, so this has been Hyperfixations, the game show, canonically the 26th Dylan Crew game night. I hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later.
So Dylan,
Bye.
remember a very